That's it. That's the intro. What is up, guys? Butter something here. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about what I believe to be the absolute best map to run your scav on. So I have a little bit of evidence to back this up. You guys can agree or disagree, but if you disagree, obviously you got to leave a comment below and let me know why. So that being said, to start us off, my first point for Reserve being the absolute best map for you to run as a scav is money. First reason. There is a very unique loot pool as well as a very big loot pool for Reserve. First being the exclusivity of some military items such as the military power filter, the SG-110, military tank batteries, and a high abundance of not necessarily military unique or exclusive, but military cables. And the one item that I believe that I haven't found on any other map is iridium. So all 5 of those items go for pretty big bucks, as well as the ability to have a wide variety of barter items, keys, and weapon items. Now, my next point is survivability. Survivability is a big thing because money wouldn't matter if you didn't survive. So that being said, survivability on Reserve, I believe, is much higher because you have higher tier players that put more time and effort into the game and know a little bit more than maybe the customs players that are new to the game. So as you guys know, the quest line pretty much goes customs, woods, factory, shoreline, interchange, and that's pretty much what it is. I know that there are a few Reserve quests in there, but they are few and far between, and not a lot of people touch that map because it is relatively new. It is, a little bit older, yes, but it is technically speaking the newest map for the game. And that kind of scares people a little bit because they know that a lot of the chads are going to be running that. So they kind of stay away from it. I know it's been around 3 wipes, yes, but again, higher tier players are going to be going on this map early wipe rather than low tier players. My third point is boss loot. The biggest thing about boss loot is you can kind of look at it in 2 different ways. The first way to kind of look at it is, okay, cool. Somebody took out the bosses and they left some loot behind. Great, because there's not a lot of people that have all of their team survive, so they can't really loot everything. So cool, you get a little bit of boss loot, and you have a higher chance of getting that boss loot because Reserve has the highest amount of kind of higher tier scav bosses, or I guess higher tier scavs and raiders. So it has Gluhar, which is 1, his 4 guys, and then there's 4 raider scavs that can spawn. So for me, you just have a very high chance of coming out with boss gear, or boss loot, I should say. So, and the other way you can look at this is you can use them as pretty much your elimination squad. For the most part, I believe it's either 0.75 or 1.0 that you need, somewhere in there, that you can walk around Gluhar and it won't matter. He won't come after you. He won't send anybody after you. You'll just be able to hang out and walk around, run around. Doesn't matter. He'll take out any scav that comes around that's below the threshold of karma for you. So you'll be able to loot that scav. And then he'll also go after any players. If you feel he's going after players, kind of get in a position to kind of hide. And hopefully some of those players get taken out. So when they take out Gluhar and his buddies, you can go ahead, swoop in, clean up, and then you have my next point, player loot, as well as all of that boss loot. So to kind of move in and transition to that player loot part, there are a lot of places that the boss can spawn. He can spawn over in the Black Bishop and White and Black Pawn area, which is the east side of the map. Or he can spawn in the K/train buildings. You also have the ability for raiders to also spawn below near D2, and you also have Hermetic Bunker down below, which can spawn Gluhar and his buddies. So there, all in all, is about 5, I believe, places that you can loot or look for player loot on the map. So definitely one of those things that you want to be keeping an eye out for when you're going to these maps, and it just means that you have a higher chance of finding maybe that one Chad that was going solo that, got knocked out by, you know, raiders down by D2, you can grab that loot and get out of there. Definitely 110% reason why I play this and I don't play interchange anymore, because of the amount of places that chads or people that bring in, you know, really good loot can be eliminated from. And then my last point is the ability to just build up your arsenal and build kits. And what I mean by this is you will find some crazy weapon attachments on this map. You'll need those for your gunsmith quest, or just because you want to build up the attachments in your stash. It doesn't matter. This is absolutely some of the best stuff that you can get in the game is going to be on this map, minus obviously labs, but you can't scav labs. So that being said, you also get some very high tier ammo. I've gotten BT, I've gotten SNB, I've gotten BP762, I've gotten M855A1, M995, I've gotten M933. Some great ammo, and if you want to keep that, keep it. If you want to make some money, it sells for, you know, a pretty darn good amount. So that being said, just to recap here, my 5 points are the amount of money you're going to make just on the amount of items that you get from this map is absolutely crazy. You're going to survive more because you have players that know what they're doing, know the difference between a scav and a PMC, and know about the scav karma system. You have a crazy amount of bosses and boss spawn locations for both the boss loot as well as the player loot or PMC loot on this map. And then that final reason, just the ability to get things for your stash and the weapons that you have in your stash. So if you think that there's another place that's better, again, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your reasoning behind the location that you enjoy scavving at. Definitely 110%. Please comment below. That being said, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next video.